Welcome back, guys. It's SHAREfactory, and this is going to have some Fortnite gameplay in the background of the getaway mode that just was recently brought back into Fortnite. But actually, this video is going to be about the discussion that everybody's been talking about, and it's going to be the discussion of Fortnite versus Apex Legends. Which one is the better battle royale right now? And for this video, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each game, and I'm going to discuss why I picked each reason for whatever game I'm talking about. So for starters, I'm going to talk about the Fortnite pros that I have, and I'm just going to name off a couple of them. I'm not going to name off all of them because that's going to be a very long video. There's so many pros and cons for each game, so I'm just going to talk about at least 3 or 4 of each pro that I have for each game and the cons to go with it. So for starters, I'm going to start with the Fortnite pros. The first pro that I have is that it allows for casual gameplay. You can join a creative, even a playground match, and you can join your friends and just joke around and have fun. You don't have to face off with people. You can just play some mini games and just go around just goofing off, and it allows for less of a competitive scene for all those gamers that don't want to go for the competitive style and just want to go and play with their friends or whatnot. Another pro that I have for Fortnite is, well, these two kind of go together, but these two pros go together. So the first one is that V-Bucks are such a popular thing. V-Bucks is going to be pretty popular for a little while, and a lot of kids, especially my 10-year-old brother, that's all he wanted for Christmas. It was V-Bucks. He got $60 from some of his family members, and he spent it all on V-Bucks instead of like getting a new game for his new Xbox One that he got for Christmas. So I think that will allow it to be in such high demand, even the merchandise and so forth. If you go to Walmart, you're going to see a bunch of Fortnite merchandise, blankets, shirts, stuffed animals, even like the loot llamas or whatever. I think that allows it to have a pro for Fortnite over Apex because they got their name out there. They're trying to get their name out there, keep it out there, so they can still be as popular as they are today. Going with the V-Bucks, I've already stated, it's so popular for kids to play Fortnite. My 10-year-old brother, he won't even touch Apex. When he gets home from school, that's the game he goes to, is Fortnite, because he wants to go play with his friends in creative, or even he'll play solos because he's just obsessed with the game that much. And the last pro that I have for Fortnite is cross-platform. I'm pretty sure Apex is going to make a cross-platform, but for right now, Fortnite has the advantage for it because it's already cross-platform, and I think it's one of the 2 games that are cross-platform right now, and I think that's Fortnite and Rocket League. So it definitely has an advantage over Apex right now because it has more of a fan base. Because if you're on Xbox, you can go play with people on PlayStation, PC, or on your mobile phone. You can play with anybody that you want. It doesn't matter what kind of device they're using. And those are the Fortnite pros that I have. And next up, I'm going to talk about the Fortnite cons. Some Fortnite cons that I have. The first Fortnite con that I have is that it always has glitches of some sort. I swear, Season 7 was the worst, not gonna lie. There were so many glitches. For instance, there's building glitches, shooting glitches, zipline glitches. Let's not even talk about zipline glitches. If you're my friend, you know why. Even a glitch, I think that's still in the game. I don't think they've done anything about it, but if you press square too often or the pickup button too often, it drops whatever gun you're holding, even if your inventory is not full, and replaces with the one that you have. I think that's, unless it's not a glitch, but I think that's a stupid thing that they added, and I think they should have just kept it the way it was so you could pick and choose what gun you wanted to keep. Another con that I have for Fortnite is the toxic community. I swear it's starting to seem like it's becoming Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm not just saying Rainbow Six Siege because I do own it, and I wish I could go back and play it, but there's so many toxic people on it that it just doesn't make the game fun to play. And I honestly wish that hopefully Fortnite doesn't become that, but as of right now, it's kind of starting to feel like that. There's so many sweats, if you want to say that, but there's so many people that are out there that they're just gonna bash you if you oh, you died once in the game. God forbid somebody dies in a game. You can't win all the games. Even Ninja can't win all the games. Even Dr. Lupo or Tim the Tatman can't win every game that they play. People die in games. It's inevitable. So I think that's a pretty big con that I have for Fortnite. And the last con that I have for Fortnite is pretty blatant and obvious that they're all obviously trying to fix with the respawn bans and whatnot. But as of right now, the instant finishers are so high in demand right now that it just doesn't make it fun. You could have 3 of your squad mates right next to you, and that person who knocks you is going to finish you right in front of them and then die because that they just want to secure the kill. They don't care about winning. They don't care about the teamwork. And I think that's a big con that Fortnite has over Apex because it lacks the teamwork aspect. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the Apex Legends pros that I have for it. The first pro that I have is that Respawn allows for games to be at the end of a 3v3 situation, so it encourages you to keep your teammates. It encourages you to be that team player because you don't want to be at the end of this game and you're going to face a 1v3 because that's very hard to go against because you don't have building to keep you alive. You just have to try to play strategic and get the W because that's all you can do, and it encourages you to work with your teammates even if they're randoms. I mean, just because they're random doesn't mean they're going to be a good teammate, and so Apex has that advantage over Fortnite because even randoms can be good at the game. I mean, yes, there's going to be randoms who kind of suck at the game, or just don't even talk, but there's the pinging system. I mean, Fortnite added it, but the pinging system was originally on Apex, and I think that's a big thing that Apex allowed to have first and encouraged Fortnite to have it for the people who don't have a mic or just don't want to talk. Another pro that I have for Apex is it has more of a Call of Duty feeling. By that I mean is that, yes, it's a first-person shooter, but it's pretty simple on what you have to do. You have to just shoot if you see somebody, shoot them. If you want to be strategic or wait or not, then yeah, you can, but it's not hard to learn of what the goal of the game is. And I think that's a pretty good pro that Apex has over Fortnite because you don't have to be like in Fortnite. If you're not good at building, it's going to be really hard for you to win. But in Apex, all you have to do is just learn how to shoot. You just have to press 2 triggers. That's all you really have to do. I mean, you can also use the legends, but that's just a bonus. Another pro that I have for Apex is that adults seem to play it more. So that, obviously, going back to the Fortnite con that I have, Apex is less toxic than Fortnite. There's going to be people who are trying to help you. I mean, yes, there's going to be those odd ones that are in there and trying to just tear you apart, complain about any gameplay that you have, but more than likely there's going to be those people who are going to be like, oh, let's do this, oh, let's try a different way or whatnot, and then encourage you to make friends with other people so you can have that full squad and have that good feeling instead of having a random play with you or whatever. Now, going over to Apex cons, the first con that I have is that there are no solos, duos, or squads, and I mean, I'm pretty sure Apex has started to say that they're going to add that, but as of right now, that they don't have that, so that's a big advantage Fortnite has over Apex. So I think if they add that, that's totally going to help them out in the long run. Because, I mean, right now, I kind of don't want to play with two other people that I don't know. If they don't talk, I mean, it's just a lost cause. The pinging system does help, but it's still not the same teamwork that I want to look forward to. Another con that I have is it needs more gun drops around the map. I could go around wherever I drop on the Apex map, and I could find a ton of attachments, ton of armor, but no gun. And I think that's a big case. If one person can find that gun, if they're not on your team, they can kill everybody on your team right now. And I think that's a big case scenario that is very difficult to go about, because if you don't have that gun, I mean, it's just super hard to go past that and actually come out and still be alive at the end of the game. Now, I'm wrapping this up, but this is my last con that I have for Apex, and is the Mozambique spawns are outrageous. And I know it's a meme, but you could tone it down a bit, Respawn, not gonna lie. The spawns are crazy. You could find 5 Mozambiques before you find a Peacekeeper, Wingman, or 301, or whatever. You could find that gun more often than anything else on the game. And it's not the greatest gun, because obviously it only has 3 bullets in a mag, and I think that's my biggest con I have, because I hate getting Mozambique. Now, every time I find the Mozambique, I ping it just for the fun of it, because there's so many of them, and I want to see how many I actually find. But anyway, this is going to be the end of my video. Those are the take of both Fortnite and Apex that I have on the pros and cons of each one. I play both of them, so I'm trying not to be as biased as I may seem like it, but I play both games and I like them both. I hope that they can show that Battle Royale can be very competitive and become very popular for a very long time. But anyway, if you guys liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe.